Hi guys, I wanted to give an update on how things are going with FilmLab. The Kickstarter campaign has gone really well. There's only 2 days left and there's already almost 2,000 people who have backed the project, and it's way over the funding goal, so it's definitely happening. And if you've supported it, thank you so much for your support. Besides raising the money, it's been really great to run the Kickstarter campaign because it's pulled together a community of people who really care about film, and I've been getting a lot of great feedback from people. And one of the things that I heard early on is that people really didn't like the original plan I had for pricing, which was to do a subscription model where you'd have to pay every month to use FilmLab. So instead, I changed it to be a one-time purchase. The way it will work is that when you install FilmLab, you'll get a limited number of scans that you can do for free to try out the app and really explore it, and it won't cost anything. Anybody can use it as a tool to view and proof their negatives. And then if you want to keep using it for scanning, you can buy more scans, or you'll be able to upgrade to FilmLab Pro, which will be a one-time purchase that gives you unlimited use for life and also gives you a bunch of power user features. And the other advantage of doing it that way is that I can now give Kickstarter backers a big discount on their upgrade to FilmLab Pro. So when it comes out, Kickstarter backers will be able to buy FilmLab Pro for $4.99. It'll be $29.99 for everybody else. So it's a great deal for those that back the project. If you haven't backed it already, I encourage you to do so if you think you're going to use FilmLab, because it's a better deal that way, and you'll also get early access to it starting this summer, where the regular release won't come out until the fall. But today I really want to talk about the state of where things are at with image quality in FilmLab. A lot of people have been asking, what kind of image quality can I expect to get using my smartphone camera? What will the output be like in terms of megapixels? And so I want to show you some sample images. This is a 35mm negative captured in FilmLab. It's a 6 megapixel output image. Now that said, it's still a little bit soft and I'm looking for ways to get more detail. I still have quite a few tricks and techniques left to try to improve the output quality. But this is what you're getting today. I think for things like social media and proofing, it's certainly acceptable. And you can still use a dedicated camera and macro lens when you want higher resolution. But that said, I'm really interested in the problem of improving image quality, and I'm planning on doing more work to reduce noise, increase resolution, increase sharpness of these output photos. This one is interesting because the original image that I got back from the lab when I sent in this roll to be processed a few years ago, I was always unhappy with because it had a weird color cast. Here's the original image. According to the metadata, this was scanned on a Noritsu scanner at a photo lab. But you can see it has kind of a greenish color cast. So I was really happy to see that when I scanned it with FilmLab, it looked quite a bit better. I would still say the color conversion isn't perfect. I think the response curve that I'm modeling may be pushing too much up into the highlights because it looks like the skin tones are a little bit washed out. So I'm going to continue to work to improve that, but it's nice to see how even just using automatic color balance, which all these images are, FilmLab is doing a pretty good job on the colors today. And now this is an interesting example. Here's a black and white image processed in FilmLab, scanned with my iPhone camera. And now for comparison's sake, here is the scan I got back from a lab when I sent it in. It's definitely sharper and it has more detail, but FilmLab comes surprisingly close. And I think as I continue to improve the detail, it might be able to get closer yet. This is a half frame image, so there's only half the amount of data to work with. You can see it has a little bit more visible noise in it. And finally, one more half frame image. This is from the excellent Eventide Oyster Company in Portland, Maine, which I highly recommend if you ever get up to Portland. So that's the state of things with FilmLab image quality today. I'm really looking forward to getting back to working on it and continuing to improve it. It's been really fun running the Kickstarter campaign, but a lot of my time has been spent in communication, answering questions from people and trying to promote the Kickstarter. And now that that's wrapping up, I'll be able to get back to working on FilmLab and making it better. The plan is to have the first beta ready to release to Kickstarter backers in about 6 to 8 weeks from now. And then over the course of the summer, there'll be more beta releases. We'll keep improving the product. And once it's known to be stable and working, there'll be a 1.0 release in the fall. So again, if you want to be one of the beta users, please back the Kickstarter campaign. Also, if you are a journalist or a blogger or a YouTuber and you'd like to have an early access copy to review before 1.0 comes out, get in contact with me and I'll be happy to add you to the beta program as a journalist. And I'll be back with more updates as I keep improving FilmLab. Thanks again for your support.